friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 3 of VEDO. So, in today's video, we have hopefully my last haul video for a while. So, I'm not putting myself on a bookbuying ban because we both know that I've done that before and it doesn't work. It just makes me want to buy books more because I know that I can't or that I shouldn't. So then I go and break the bank and buy more books, like a lot of books, more than normal. So I'm not doing a bookbuying ban. I can still legally buy books. Legally. Like, these are laws. But I do want to be more, like, thoughtful in how I buy books. Because today we have 34 books. I think 5 of them are for my classroom. 5 or 6 of them are for my classroom though. So do I really count those? I mean, I probably should because I bought them. And I got them. Yeah. Anyways. I have over 30 books. And that's not like a whole lot, but it is kind of too much. Is this my summer haul though? I feel like I haven't done a book haul in a while. I don't think I've done a book haul since like June. So July, August, September. I mean, 3 months and 30 books. That's not terrible. But I still do want to be more mindful of the books that I'm buying. I have a lot of books on my shelf currently that I've had for a very long time. And when I bought them, I was super excited for them. And now that's kind of fizzled off a little. So, my goal, I don't really know what it's gonna be. It's not a ban, but I do just want to think more before I buy books. I can't just be like, oh, it sounds good in the moment, because then what happens is I bring them home and I forget what they're about, and I put them on my shelves and they sit there and they sit there and they sit there. So it has to be something that I'm relatively excited for. Or like at least something that I'm anticipating, or maybe I've been hearing good things, or when I do my research, you know, maybe I should do my research on books that I'm excited for. Then let it wait a week or 2 and then go shopping and see if I'm still interested in those, or something other than like Goodwill and thrift stores, because you can't really do that with thrift stores. So, thrifting is still allowed. Technically, I'm still allowed to buy books. I just want to be more mindful of that. Anyways, I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over. I think I have 5 different areas for this haul. You'll see. Let's start with, I mean, technically, I have 1 more book that's for my classroom. So, these are all classroom books. I might not give you a huge synopsis on them. I might just show you what they are. So, at the beginning of this school year, so at the end of July or the beginning of August, I went to Goodwill and I found some children's books called Bad Kitty series, which is graphic novel series, in which you follow the bad kitty. And my kids absolutely adore these books, more than I thought they would. So I bought 2 more for our collection. I think I have 9 now, 9 or 10. There's Bad Kitty, Happy Birthday Bad Kitty, and Bad Kitty, Puppy's Big Day. And they're, you know, relatively short. They're graphic novels with some words, and I think there are some pages that have a lot of words with smaller pictures. But it's a good gateway series into chapter books. Then I had this kid in my class. So this was my win of the week as a teacher. I have this kid in my class who, since August, has been telling me, I don't know how to read, I can't read, I'm not gonna read, I'm not gonna do it, I don't know how. And I've been trying so hard to be patient with this kid and try to get him to read, but he read for 40 minutes this week, and yes, he was reading a graphic novel, but that is perfectly fine. I told him to start by reading the pictures and then go on to the words. Don't worry about the words right now, just read the pictures. So we sat down during silent reading and I showed him how to read the pictures of 2 pages, and then I gave it to him to try, and he enjoyed it. He did tell me that he wants more graphic novels, but he would like them to be like mysteries that are not scary. So I found Sherlock Bones and the Natural History Museum and The Bad Guys. And they're both, I mean, they're for all my students, but I think specifically this one, Sherlock Bones, will be really, really cute. So Sherlock Bones is this skeleton parrot animal thingy who is investigating what happened to this missing diamond in the Natural History Museum. So I think it'll be a fun little mystery graphic novel. It has a good amount of words, but even if he doesn't read the words yet, that's fine. And then Bad Guys is this all-out fight between bad guys and badder girls. So I don't know what that means, but it sounded cute, and it's got, you know, it's a graphic novel as well. This next one is for my classroom, but it's also one that I've been highly interested in, mainly because Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin absolutely adores this book. And I usually don't like middle grade books, but there's something about this one, this entire series, to be honest with you, that sounds so good. So I might keep this on my shelf for a little bit, and after I read it, it'll take top priority in November, so I'm going to try and get it on November's TBR if I don't read it in the month of October. But that book is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, The Trials of Morgan Crow. Morgan Crow is cursed. Born on Eventide, the unluckiest day for any child to be born. Morgan is blamed for all local misfortunes, and worst of all, the curse dooms her to die at midnight on her 11th birthday. What? The smallest stack of books, literally 3 books, are books that I've already read. I'll talk about the first one because I had bought it without reading it, and then I immediately read it. Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I immediately read this. This follows Lowen, who is in kind of a underdog in the field of writing, but Verity Crawford is a well-known author, but she gets in this terrible accident and she can't really finish her series that she is writing, so they hire Lowen as a ghostwriter. And Lowen, to do research, goes to Verity's house with Verity's husband and Verity's kid. And she is in Verity's office for like 2 weeks. You know, she kind of low-key kind of lives at their property as a guest while she's doing this research so she can finish these books. And that sounds so boring. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If it wasn't Colleen Hoover's name right here, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But to be honest, when I first got it, I didn't really know what it was about. I just knew Colleen Hoover. I'm going to buy that. And I'm so glad that I did, because by the synopsis, it sounds very boring. But when you read it, this is a edge of your seat thriller? What? Yeah. There's so much that I can't tell you and that you don't know, but it's so worth it. It's one of... this was just top tier. So far... Oh, wait. It's October. Okay, so I can tell you. I don't remember everything I read in September, but I'm pretty sure Verity is going to be my favorite of the month of September. Just so you are aware. And then these two, I have read both of these, and I just really wanted my own physical copies because I own them on audiobook, but I needed to smell them. Oh, I love the smell of books, right? Just so nice. There's The Friend Zone and Life's Too Short by Abby Hamenzi. These are both part of the Happily Ever After playlist, which the first book in that series is the Happily Ever After playlist. That was my least favorite of the trilogy, though. So, in The Friend Zone, you follow Kristen and her friend zoned Josh. Kristen and Josh. And when they first meet, there's kind of like this little attraction, but they kind of friend zone each other. And then they fall in love with each other. Relationship status, it's complicated. And I just really love Abby Hamenzi's writing as a whole because, like, a lot of romances are just fluffy and fun and, like, sometimes it's good to know what to expect when you go into a romance, but it's unrealistic. Like, marriage is hard work. And relationships are hard work. And these really portray the hard, real life work that relationships are. It's not just butterflies and smiles and, it's slam doors. It's bad words you wish you could take back. It's holding grudges. It's the good and the bad. And you get that with Abby Hamenzi's writing. And my all-time favorite is Life's Too Short, because you follow this girl who is Vanessa. I always forget their names. But Vanessa is a YouTuber, like me. She has this debilitating disease that she talks a lot about on her channel, but she doesn't let that, affect her as much. Like, a lot of people would just get really depressed and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna die anyway, so, give up on life. But what she does is she basically lives by my motto of live, love, laugh. Live life to the fullest, love with all your heart, and laugh at every opportunity. And she goes out on these crazy, amazing travel adventures, these crazy, amazing adventures, and she's like, I don't let fear stop me, and that takes a lot of courage. I am the same way. Right now, I'm completely enthralled with work, and sometimes I don't get to go on as many adventures as I'd like to, but generally speaking, that's my life's motto. So I felt very seen in this book, and I absolutely love both of these books. If you haven't picked anything up by Abby Hamenzi, please do. I urge you. Okay, and then this stack. Okay, yeah. This stack here are romances. I might not tell you a whole lot about them. This first one is Happy Endings by Kim Lam. Oh, okay. So, Vietnamese woman is starting her own business, and her parents think it's kind of non-traditional, and they kind of want her to be more traditional, get married and everything. And I think it's a second chance romance with her ex. Then there's The Dating Playbook by Farrah Rochin. I believe this is their friends to lovers, and I think it's fake dating. He's an NFL player and she's his trainer. Accidentally Engaged by Farrah Haron. And then this one is Fake Engaged. All's Fair in Love and Baking. So there's a baking subplot and fake dating or fake engaged. Got two from an author I've never read from, but there's The Man Band and The Boy Toy by Nicola Marsh. I don't really know anything about them, but the covers are super duper cute. I think that The Man Band is about this woman named Harper who has been on a self-imposed man ban for a year, and then she falls I think she falls in love with someone, but I don't know who. When you swear off men for the foreseeable future, that means no dating. Hookups don't count, right? And then The Boy Toy is a woman ready to give up on love meets her match in a man she never expected to fall for. Then, oh wait, no, I can't show you. This little stack right here are books that I own in different formats. My preferred method to owning books is physical books. I know, I'm so old school like that because, like, everything's ebooks and audiobooks. And, like, don't get me wrong, I still love audiobooks. And I just have a real hard time reading my ebooks for some reason. I like the feel of the paper and the smell of my books. So I own these either on ebook or audiobook, and I just thought that I needed them in physical form too. No shame at all, to be honest with you. So there's the first and the second in the Fixer Up series. There's Fixer Up and Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey. So love wasn't in the blueprints, and this house isn't big enough for both of them. So I think that Tools of Engagement is the second one. I think that it's like I Hate to Love. I think it follows sisters, and each book is a different sister's story. So it's like a companion novel series. And Fixer Up is Love Isn't in the Blueprint. Phase 1. Okay, so she phases out her life, and she starts a home renovation business. Yes. Then I own these two on ebook. That's never gonna happen. I mean, next year, spoiler, next year, one of my goals is to read more of my Kindle books. I was supposed to read 12 this year. I'm not sure if I did. I don't think so, but it's okay. Will forgive me. Anyways, I have Malibu Rising and Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid is the queen. That's all you have to know. Then I have these two on audiobook as well. They're both romances by the same author. So there's The Road Trip and The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I'm more excited for The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary than I am The Road Trip. I think The Flat Share is about this woman. What if your roommate was your soulmate? So this follows this woman. I don't know her name. Sorry, I'm not good at names. Tiffy. So Tiffy gets some real bad luck, and she gets kicked out of her apartment. I think she breaks up with her boyfriend, or he dumps her or something, and she has no place to go, so she ends up moving and finding this ad for this guy that wants a roommate, but it's the kind of situation where I think he works at night, so he's never home at night, and she works during the day, so they don't really actually meet, but they leave each other these cute little post-it notes and these cute little notes, and they slowly fall in love. So that sounds adorable. And then The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary is a road trip between exes. Maybe everything isn't, you know, as over as they think it is. Okay, this pile are books that were sent to me. So if you sent me any of these, I appreciate you and thank you so much. The first one is Ginger Messino, Kid Comedian by Wendy Aarons. This is a middle grade book. I think it's like a coming of age story for this kid comedian who is a comedian in middle school and then, you know, just coming of age, you know, growing up story. It's perfect for ages 8 to 12. My kids are between 7 and 9. Then there's Coven by Jennifer Dugan and Kit Seaton. This is a graphic novel series about witches and cults and witchcraft. And this follows Esme, who moves from California to New York. And she has to leave behind her friends and her girlfriend, and it's really sad at first, but again, it's kind of like a coming-of-age novel. The graphics are perfect. I absolutely love the art in here. And, yeah, I already read this. I gave it 3 stars. Then these two are actually on my October TBR, so spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. The first one is The Proof of Big Bad by Lily Anderson. This takes place in the Buffyverse. That's all that I needed to know. And like October is the perfect time for like creature features and magical books. So How to Succeed in Witchcraft. This is a young adult fantasy. And they're both on October's TBR. This stack right here that's still left. My biggest stack. These are thrillers. So I guess I was like in a mood or something. I might not talk much about these. I might just do like a speed round of showing you. Never Look Back by Allison Galen. Honestly, this was an author buy. The Lost Woman by Sarah Bedell. This follows this woman who is shot with a shotgun through her window in this secluded cabin, and come to find out she's not who you think she is. The Family Plot by Megan Collins. Inheritance thriller. The Third to Die by Allison Brennan. FBI detective thriller. Girl A by Abigail Dean. This follows like haunted house type story. This girl goes back to her childhood home where it's either a haunted house or something weird is going on there and you have to investigate. I Know My Name by C.J. Cook. The Girls Are Also Nice Here by Lori Elizabeth Flynn. College Reunion Gone Bad. Bella, come here. I just kicked her because she was right under my foot. Say I'm sorry. Cul-de-sac by Joy Fielding. This is a murder, takes place in this cul-de-sac, and you don't know who was murdered or who is the murderer, but I think you get multiple point of views. Hush Little Baby by R.H. Huron. Two Truths and a Lie by Meg Mitchell Moore. Summertime thriller on the beach about a game of Two Truths and a Lie. Sanatorium by Sarah Peirce. Isolated thriller, gets snowed in Spain. People start dying one at a time. The Therapist by B.A. Paris. It's in the title. It's about a overbearing therapist. Just One Look by Lindsay Cameron. Stalker. This woman starts stalking this guy who she is hired to read emails for this company, which, you know, that's so wrong on so many levels, but she starts reading this one guy's email in particular to his wife, and she starts reading back and forth, and she gets obsessed with him, and then she starts stalking him. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hopefully this is my last book haul for a while, but I'm not gonna do a book buying ban, so I just want to be better at what I buy. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow for day 4 of VEDO.